All right, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great day. I definitely know that I'm going to have a good tomorrow holding some puts overnight. But anyway, let's go and get started. Give you guys some quick updates. This is part of our winnings today. This morning, we cashed out of the SPXW 3710 puts for 123%. And we also cashed out the Qs 262 puts at 100, nearly 145%. Great day to start with. And then we traded mostly coin the entire day throughout the market. So, coin after hours here rose up $57. Now they actually missed their earnings really bad, so I do not know why the markets are pumping this right now. However, we started to buy puts around these areas here, and we actually traded coin for about 25% each twice today. And of course, we traded the Qs because that's what we do in our room is that we trade the Qs. Now the Qs all day long held the 260 level and finally started breaking down here. So we started buying puts in this area. Was consolidating pretty well, but felt that it was definitely going to revisit 260. And finally, we started cashing them out down here. And as you can see, in the after hours, due to the news on Apple, all right, the Q is actually losing the 260 level. So, what does that mean chart wise going into tomorrow? Now, tomorrow is Friday. All right, so it could get a little choppy, but I am going to say that on the daily here for the Qs, we're pretty darn close. Today's target was 260.15. The low of the day was 260.10. All right, based upon our yesterday's video. However, with the way that the markets are moving right now, I do think that tomorrow we're going to see this 254 yearly low on the Qs pretty fast. And I think what's going to propel that or what's going to make that happen is, of course, tomorrow is going to be a big day for data. Okay. Tomorrow morning, we do have non-farm payrolls at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. You have average weekly hours earnings, hourly earnings month over month, and also, like I said, the private non-farm payrolls and also non-farm payrolls is going to be a big one. Now, on October 6th, when they reported 263K, all right, which was above expectation of 250,000. On October 7th, the market did tank that day based upon this data. Now, of course, if we do come in under 200K, that would obviously be bullish for the Feds to pause or potentially pivot, but they're not using the non-farm payrolls exclusively as an indicator, more so the PCE. However, if we report in that we have higher than expected non-farm payrolls month over month, then that's going to be terrible for the market. All right. So I'm expecting to see somewhere around the range of 270 to 300K due to the seasonal hiring that's happening right now in the markets throughout the companies, especially like Amazon, et cetera, and the big retail stores. They need staff. So I do expect those numbers to increase tomorrow. So we're holding some puts overnight here, and you can see that the Q is trying to hold on to this 260 spot currently. Now, with that being said, now let's go ahead and check out Apple. All right. Apple's daily chart is an absolute disaster. All right. So if this continues to move down, it's at 137 already. So it's breaking the support here at 138. This was your support here, all right, at 138, which was the LOD low on the day, but now it's move. It's about $1.15 down on the day here. So I do think that if the markets continue to take a beating, all right, you're going to see 134 pretty quickly tomorrow. So that's a downside target for Apple. Amazon, Google is getting just absolutely torched today. All right. All the dip buying that occurred last week on earnings have been all sold off. Okay. And you have slightly higher volume on Amazon on the 80 here at the $89 level. If you hop on a weekly chart, this head and shoulder pattern on the weekly worked out to perfection. All right, broke the support here, right? And we're moving down to $89. If we look at Google, Google is saying the same thing. A lot of just bearishness throughout the tech sector. But the energy sector is still doing pretty well, but the tech sector is taking a giant hit here. We have a volume gap here, and you don't have a ton of support until $78 or potentially $75 on Google. So that's the update for going into tomorrow. Once again, I do believe that we're going to see under 254 pretty quickly here if the data from the non-farms payroll. If that doesn't come out well tomorrow, then I do think we're going to hit 254. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the morning.